What is going on, guys? I'm back for another Nerdiculous podcast. Rolling alone again. Just I just want to talk because there's been some stuff in my head, stuff on my mind that I've been processing, going through recently. Stuff that I just think it's a good idea to bring up. The first thing I wanted to talk about, just mainly this whole episode is going to be talking about Twitch and stuff that's been going on with Twitch and Twitch streamers and all that sort of stuff. The first thing is, like, it's been like 2 weeks since Dr. Disrespect was banned off the platform, and it blows my mind how many people are like speculating. Oh, was it this? Was it that? Was it this? Was it that? I mean, there's a good chance we're never going to know. Like, we are honestly never going to know what it really was. Because if you've been around the water cooler for any length of time, you know that Twitch does not discuss why people are banned almost ever. Like, even when people ask, like, oh, what about this person who was suspended, or like this person, why weren't they suspended for doing this? Like, Twitch doesn't talk about it. Like, there have been countless times people have been like, hey, how comes this streamer hasn't been suspended or banned for shit they've said or done? And Twitch it's Twitch's prerogative to not talk about stuff like that. It would be bad for business. And if they reported like, oh, we banned or suspended this streamer for this, and then it came out like, well, yeah, but this more prolific streamer who makes them even more money said and did the same things and didn't get banned, I could probably end badly for them. Like, I don't know too much, but like, I would believe that if Twitch banned somebody for saying or doing one thing and they let another streamer get away with the exact same thing, could probably put them in some legal repercussions. I don't know, but like, and I saw somewhere where they were saying that, oh, this was just Twitch not wanting to pay Dr. Disrespect the money after Mixer went. And I can tell you for a fact, that was not the case. One, because Twitch makes a killing off ads, especially off Dr. Disrespect. Like, the amount of people he draws in, the amount of ads he plays, they make a killing off his ads. So they weren't incentivized to get rid of him because they were making money off him hand over fist. So terminating him for the sheer fact of his contract. Secondly, for the people who don't understand, contracts are very ironclad for the most part, especially one of that size. So more than likely, if Twitch did that, they would get sued to hell and back. Like, you can't just terminate a contract because you don't want to pay anymore. Contracts are done all the time, like building. Like, if you contract a company to build your house or your garage, you can't just say, oh, I don't want to pay them anymore. They got halfway done with the house and we can take it from there. Like, all we got to do is put a few small things and we can do it. You can't do that. You can't just terminate a contract because you feel like it. There has to be a legal reason. What that reason is in Dr. Disrespect's case, I don't know. If I had to guess, like, my honest to God guess would be the fact of him streaming in the bathroom, the Dr. Disrespect bathroom incident. I'm trying to pull up where it was because I try to type it in. Like, if I'm gonna pick where I think it happened, it's the E3 incident, because there's nothing in his recent like catalog of things he's done. He hasn't done a whole lot. Like, there isn't anything that recent that would have really made him a target, because what he did was illegal. Like, you cannot go into a bathroom and film at all anywhere. And you could probably film in your own private bathroom at your home, but like, you cannot go into a public bathroom with a camera and film. So like, part of that blame is on him. Part of that blame is on him. It was his camera crew. and were following him around filming. He should have said something like, hey, don't come in, like, hey, wait here, just like wait right there. But at the same time, part of the blame is also on that camera guy. That camera guy should have known better. He should have just waited by the door, So the onus is kind of on both of them for that, But at the same time, he had been punished for that from what I remember. Like he had been banned temporarily. He had been suspended for a while on that occasion. So unless there were still people that were like, hey, like this is super egregious, I don't know. Like that can be my only real belief. Like I can't imagine that he had done something else that egregious that they would have terminated him for. Like, because he's still on certain websites. Like if you go to Rocat's website, the keyboard and mouse manufacturer, his account was still there. I think for a time he was still on G Fuel before they took him off. But I don't know. Like when you watched I'm not the biggest fan of him, but like I've seen him sometimes. I watch him every once in a while because he is entertaining. Like as a general entertainer, he is good. Do I agree with his personality? No. But when you watch some of the stuff that how he acted at the final clip before a stream, like it was clear that he was pretty distraught and just, he seems like a genuinely good guy, like outside of his character. Like the guy behind it seems like a genuinely good person. So I can't imagine like what he would have done behind the scenes that would have caused this, but it sucks, like he clearly did something wrong, like he did something that the higher ups in Twitch were upset about enough that they terminated his contract and they banned him. And I mean, I doubt he needs the money. Like for what he's made, I doubt he's really hurting. But I don't I could see him going to YouTube, like if this was something along the lines of, because I've seen another story of like, oh, well, he was putting money into a rival streaming platform. Like he was investing in a rival streaming platform that was supposed to come. I guess that's possible. Like I guess that could be a conflict of interest, like, hey, you can't work for this company and then invest and be a part of a rival company. I guess that would be like my other belief of what it could be. I don't know, but I feel like if it's nothing, I don't want to say it was something of, because a lot of Twitch streamers got the hammer for sexual misconduct, sexual harassment. Like a lot of Twitch streamers were found out. A lot of them were banned. I don't want to believe that that's what it was that he got banned for. And I guess I would believe if it wasn't a sexual assault, a sexual harassment allegation, that it was something of a business, like a serious business aspect, that he would just go to YouTube or something, that he would make the move. Because I know Ninja just recently streamed for the first time on YouTube and his numbers were insane. I think it was like hundreds of thousands again for streaming on YouTube after Mixer went down. But it sucks that Mixer went down because they were the only, I guess, decent rival for Twitch. I mean, YouTube does have streaming, but I can't say that it's like a much better platform. I think the thing I would have liked to have seen Mixer done is use their Xbox Prime. So if you have Xbox Prime account, you get a membership. I don't know if that was a thing. I never really got into Mixer, but you figure if it was Microsoft, they could have been like, hey, why don't we just, if people have an Xbox Live subscription, we'll give them a free subscribe to people on Mixer for this year, to get people and to get everyone with an Xbox account in to get eyes on. Because Twitch has Amazon. Amazon owns Twitch, so they can throw all the money. They can just say, hey, if you have a Prime account, you get one free subscription. You get a free $5 subscription. So I don't know. Like I said, it sucks. He was an entertaining dude, but like clearly Twitch had their reasons for it. And the thing that kind of bothers me, and this is the topic that I wanted to get into today mostly, just because it's been weighing on me, is like the backlash that has come out about this. I saw an article where apparently people were attacking Alinity, blaming her for Dr. Disrespect's ban, which, I mean, okay, that's kind of a stretch to go after her. Like I get that she's had controversy, but like I hate the whole aspect of attacking people, you know? Like we just had Reckful die recently, the streamer, the Twitch streamer. He unfortunately he took his own life, and that's a shame, you know? Like you don't want to see that. And, the thing that the thing that really bothers me about it is like people were going to his channel. Like I saw the article where they were talking about Reckful's death, and like someone had compiled, they'd went through like his videos and like compiled the messages, and people were straight up just like, hey, I'm here because I want to see you kill yourself, because Reckful was very open and honest about his depression. Like he apparently was very public with his battles, and for people to go in there and be like, yeah, no, I hope you kill yourself, I'm here, slit your wrists on camera, I want to see it. Like how, like what is going through someone's head that they are so angry, so bitter at the world that they wish that they want to see somebody else die? Like, are they that lonely and so deprived of friends that they're like, my only goal in life is to watch someone kill themselves? Like that person, like, where the fuck are their parents, first off? Like, what kind of home life do you have that you actively want to watch someone kill themselves, or that you actively want to wish for someone to kill themselves? Like, it just, that bothers me. Like, how could you sit there and say it to someone like, kill yourself, I want you to? And the only thing I can come to is, well, it's on the internet. People feel invincible behind their keyboard or behind their phone. They think, well, I'm anonymous, this doesn't mean anything, and there's some people out there, because I've had these conversations, there's some people that don't think depression is real, or they don't think successful people can have depression. Like, oh, this guy has money, this guy has fame, he can't be depressed, what is he to be sad about? Like, depression is a real disease, it is a real issue. Like, if you've never had it, or you've never known someone that's had it, you don't understand what they are going through. It is a disease. It is something going on with the brain that causes chemicals to interact in different ways. It's the same way with anxiety. Anxiety is an influx of chemicals into the brain that it can't respond to all of them. And that's what is serotonin. It's an influx of serotonin, I believe. So it's like, it's very hard to explain what depression is, but like, I can't imagine like the people that say like, oh, kill yourself, I want to watch it. Like, I got to imagine they can't have many friends, because if somebody was telling my friend to kill themselves, I would be pissed. And if my friend killed themselves over something like that, like, I would lose my shit. Like, I don't understand how you could say it. Like, how would that person react if somebody went to their parents and were like, you're a horrible parent, your kid's a piece of shit, you should kill yourself? Or go to their friends or their family and just constantly berate them to kill themselves. It's just, it blows my mind that people can do that. Like, could you imagine going to a restaurant, sitting down and seeing a table full of people telling the server to kill themselves over and over in public with people around? Like, people wouldn't do it. The problem is we have keyboards and mice and phones that we think is this invisible wall that makes us invincible, or we can't face repercussions for what we say or do. And it's wrong. Like, people that should be held accountable. Like, there was a girl that is being sentenced, or she was sentenced, for convincing her boyfriend to kill himself. Like, for months, she would send him text messages and phone calls. Like, if you really want to die, you should just kill yourself. Like, she berated him so much that he ended up killing himself, and she is going to jail. Like, she is facing years in jail for convincing him to kill himself. So like, these people that go into chat rooms are like, kill yourself, they should be held liable if it happens. Like, you can't pretend like, oh, I didn't mean it. Because the people that do this are always the ones that will be the quick to be like, why is everyone ganging up on me? Like, if they were to go after somebody and then they get violence and hatred back to them, they get all defensive. Like, why are you coming after me? Because there's always an excuse for why they said it. It's like, oh, well, I'm just some nobody on the internet. Why is so-and-so caring what I have to say? he's successful. Why does it matter what I had to say? Or, well, other people said it, so why can't I say it? You know, like, why, you know, there's always an excuse, there's always a defense. Instead of saying, you're wrong, you're right, I shouldn't be encouraging someone to kill themselves, it's always an excuse for why I should do it, or why I can do it too. You know, like, other people did it, or I'm a nobody. Why does it matter? It matters. Like, for as much as I like to say I don't give a shit what people think about me, it's sometimes, if enough people are like, fuck you, I want to be like, well, what the fuck, man, you know? But that's the thing, you know? Like, here was a guy, 31 years old, who still had his whole life in front of him, killed himself. And again, people want to say, like, oh, well, you know, it's just the internet. No, like, no, that shit does add up. Getting bullied online does cause people to kill themselves. There are stories day in and day out, you know? And like, I didn't know who Reckful was. I never watched his channels, but like, I'm still a part of the Twitch community. Like, I stream on Twitch. So to see that, like, it sucked, you know? As someone who has battled depression before, and as someone who's had friends with depression, it sucks to see someone lose that battle, you know? There was it Olana. She died at 26, you know? And one of the things that hit me really hard was, I'm part of the GTA community, the Grand Theft Auto like roleplay community, and one of their friends, Kenny Blue 622, died. You know, they don't know what happened with him. His brother found him in his apartment, and like, I didn't know Kenny either. Like, I ran in the same circles as he did. Like, we both played on the same server, so we had mutual friends. But like, I never rolled with him. I never interacted with him. But to see my friends breaking down over it, and like, to listen to, like, you know, them talking, like, it killed me inside, you know, to hear about someone who again was 30 dying from something. And then like, I went and I read the obituary that his family, like, and just seeing what they talked about, like, it definitely sucked and hurt, because it, you know, the obituary said that he, you know, he had his battles, you know, like we all do. Like, that's what people don't understand when they go after someone. It's like, we all have demons. We all have skeletons that we are fighting. And yet some people, like, their demons are so big, the only way they can cope is by attacking other people, you know? And like I said, they're the same people who they'll go after someone, and when the mob turns on them, suddenly it's, what did I do? You know, why are you coming after me? I'm just this person, you know? And like, I was reading stuff and I was looking at stuff. Alinity was talking to a doctor on a stream where she was telling him about this shit she's gone through, you know, and the hate and the vitriol that's been sent her way, and that she is thought about killing herself. She's thought frequently about killing herself and harming herself. And like, that's fucked up that people would go after her. Like, if you hate her, that's fine. If you don't like her content, that's fine, you know? But to wantonly and actively go after someone to try and get them to kill themselves is just crossing a line, you know? Like, I don't like Alinity, all right? I don't subscribe to her channel. I don't watch her content, but I don't wish her ill, you know? Like, I don't want her to kill herself. Just general, I don't want any human being to really kill themselves, you know? Like, we all have problems, but, you know, no reason to want someone to kill themselves, you know? Like, and I know there's going to be people that are like, well, she did this, she did that, and she never got punished. Okay, well, that's Twitch's problem, you know? Like, if it's Twitch's channel, and I know I've seen more than enough stories of, you know, well, Alinity threw her cat, Alinity forced vodka into her cat's mouth. Okay, and I don't recall if she got punished for those. I'm pretty sure she did. Did she deserve to be punished? Yes. Does she deserve to be punished for this? Yes. Does she deserve to have people hurl death threats at her? No. No one deserves to have death threats thrown at them, you know? Like, has she done shit that is egregious and should have warranted punishments? Yes. But the fact of the matter is, it is not her fault she isn't punished. It is Twitch's fault, you know? And there have been multiple streamers that have gotten away with bloody murder, you know? Tfue, like, I saw a video, I remember seeing a thing where he used a racist word during a stream, And that would have been technically his third strike because he had been struck twice before, once for a racial term prior to that. And when asked about Twitch, it's like, oh, we don't comment on it, you know? And Amaranth has had numerous incidents that should have been punished. And do they deserve punishment for their actions? Yes. Should they be punished? Yes. If Twitch is not going to do anything about it, that's Twitch's decision. It's their channel, you know? Like, it's definitely disconcerting that Twitch plays games with how they enforce their rules and their terms of service, because it's been documented countless times that Twitch plays favorites, you know, that they let stuff slide for certain people and not others. You know, there have been streamers that have said one thing once and been just are gone. And then there's the bigger streamers who make them money that it's like, oh, we didn't see it, or well, they apologized, you know, like it's definitely not even across the board. But that's why, like, we need more companies like Mixer to exist to put pressure on them, you know? But again, it's Twitch's channel. They can do what they want. They own the channel. If they want to enforce, if they want to have two sets of policies, one that they follow for their big name streamers that make the money, and then a different set of rules for the lower streamers that don't make the money, that they can do that, you know? It's their site. They can really do what they want, you know? But it still doesn't warrant hate and vitriol and death threats, you know? Like, if you don't like what a streamer does, don't watch them. You know, don't go to their channel. Don't comment in their channel, because all you're doing is giving them attention, you know? But some people, they want that hate. They want that attention, you know? There are people that are so angry that they need that person to know that they despise them. But there's the way that I've been living my life lately is, and it's a mantra that's been told to me, and I try to live it, is you only get back from the universe what you put into it. And if you are someone who puts hatred and negativity and anger out into the universe, you are only ever going to get hatred and negativity back to you. So if you are going to these channels to attack people, you're going to get attacked back. You know, if you go on Twitter and you say, you know, F you, this streamer, I hate you, you're garbage, I hope you die, you're going to get that back. So don't be surprised when people come back after you, you know? But like I said, I don't care for Alinity's content. I don't care for Amaranth's content. I don't care for TVs. There are a lot of streamers I don't watch. There are only like a half a dozen to a dozen streamers that I do watch, you know? If you don't like someone, don't go to their channel. If you have problems with how Twitch deals with its streamers, don't donate money to the channel. Don't buy subscriptions, you know? Some streamers, you can just donate money straight to them and Twitch doesn't see it, you know? Like, if you buy bits, Twitch gets a cut of that. If you get a donation, Twitch gets a cut of that. Now, if you just donate cash straight to the, like some streamers, you can just donate money. I don't think Twitch sees any of that, you know? But like I said, you have to understand, if you don't like what Twitch is doing, don't give them the money, you know? But don't go after the streamer, you know? If you don't like them, that's great, you know? Like, I'm sure there are people who don't like me and won't ever listen to content that I put out, and that's fine, you know? Not everyone is going to like everybody else. It's just how the world works. But going after a streamer because of what she said or what she did, you know, like, that's just, all you're doing is creating a circle of hatred and violence, because you're going to go after them and then their fans are going to come after you. And then you're going to get mad because, well, their fans are attacking me, so now I feel the need to reciprocate. And it is just a circle that never ends, you know? The more you attack someone, the more you're going to get attacked back by the people defending them. And that's the problem, is like, you can say, hey, listen, I don't like your content. I don't like what you did to your cat. Okay, that's fine, you know? But to be like, hey, I hate you, I hope you kill yourself, it's crossing a line, you know? Regardless of what they do that you disagree with, you aren't justified in wanting their death, you know? Like, we shouldn't want people to kill themselves, you know? And it just sucks. Like I said, this has definitely been on my mind a lot ever since, Blue dying, because like I said before, watching my friends like be just near inconsolable, like was killing me inside, because I couldn't, like, all I can do is be like, hey, if you need me, come talk to me, like that is the kind of person I try to be, like, to my friends, to the people in the community that I run with. If you need someone to talk to, don't hesitate to reach out, because I have been in your shoes. I've been in those situations where I just feel like there's nobody there, and it's just like it just hurts me to see people go after someone, and to see Alinity, or to hear her say like, yeah, I definitely have thought about killing myself because of the hate that I've gotten. Like, that hurts me, because like, I don't want her to kill herself, I don't care for her content, but I don't care for her to die either. Like, I am not someone who tries to wish death on people. I'm not someone who wants people to kill themselves, Like, I have grown a lot. Like, yeah, I'm sure as a kid I said stupid shit, like when you're 15, 16, you think yourself this badass who can say and do whatever they want, but that shit catches up with you, like sooner or later you're going to talk and it's going to come back to bite you. And it does for all of us. But I've learned a lot to try and not be a shit person for the most part. Like, still, I say sometimes, I get mad at a video game. I say cheater. I'm like, oh, fuck this guy. He's cheating. But like, I don't wish someone death, because I wouldn't want people to wish death on me, I don't like I said, I'm a very big believer of, you put the energy out that you get back, so I try to be more positive. I try to smile more. I try to reach out to my friends just randomly and like, hey, how are you doing? How's your day going? Even some of the streamers, like, I'll stop by their channel and just be like, hey, what's good? Like, I just, even if they are streaming to 10 people, I still go in and try to participate, because like, it sucks to stream to nobody. You want to have people in your channel that hang out and talk, but it sucks. Like, trust me, I'm there all the time streaming to like no one, but it doesn't matter. Like, try to be there for other people, because you'd want someone to be there for you in your darkest moments, and it just, like I said, if you don't like someone that's streaming because you don't agree with what they did, that's fine. Just don't go after them. If you have a problem, Twitch has a report system. Do they listen to it? I don't know. But if you see someone doing something like feeding vodka to their cat, or throwing their cat, or, doing something else, report it, or just don't watch them. Twitch is going to do what Twitch is going to do. You can only control yourself. You can't control what streamer is going to do what. So there's no point in attacking them, because you're not going to really do anything except make the problem worse. That's one of the things that we've lost, is the ability to have a rational discussion about things. People have come to this point where you have to attack, because you can't show weakness. You can't move to the other side of the table. You can't give ground because you're weak. But that's when all progress stops. Like, if you don't give ground, how can you expect the other person to give ground? Like, if we're always so defensive where we can't lose, then technically we can't ever win either. Like, if both sides refuse to budge, then no progress is ever made. Like, the reason why we have advanced to the point in society where we are now is because at some point somebody gave ground and said, okay, I'm willing to concede for the greater good. You have to be able to rationally say, okay, I see your side. Let me think about it, or, okay, but this is why I disagree, but you are still allowed to have that thought. You can say, I don't like so-and-so, I don't like their content. That's fine. But you don't have the right, you don't have the right to say something vitriolic without fear of repercussion. Just, this weighs on me so hard, because like I said, knowing someone in my community that passed away, and not knowing why, and seeing people, seeing other streamers take their lives because of just hatred. Like it sucks, and it hurts because that could be any one of my friends, but I don't know. I've been doing good other than that, like I've been playing a lot of games. I want to get into, like, I can't wait for Cyberpunk. I hope a demo comes out for Cyberpunk because I'm looking forward to that, looking forward to being able to just go off in that game. I've been playing Outer Worlds a lot, getting heavy into that, streaming that a lot. I think that's one of my favorite games to play right now is Outer Worlds. That or Civilization 6, which I've never played any of the Sid Meier's games before. I've never played Civilization, but like I'm absolutely hooked on it. I think it's because there's such a difficulty to it. It's such a thinking man's game, and that's something I always resonate with, is a game that makes you have to really plan stuff out. Like you can't just click and go. Although I do like clicker games where you can just sit there and spam the mouse button and let it click for you. I'm always down for this, but like I like a game where there's strategy, where you have to think things out. And I love how CD Projekt Red tweeted out about like, oh yeah, no, that the building, one of the buildings in their game is actually the EA studios, like a representation of the EA studios, and it's like, okay, cool. I'm glad that you like, look, it's EA in this game. Give us the goddamn game. Give us the game now. I also saw that there's what game was it that they were just talking about? Far Cry 5 or Far Cry 6 now? Because it came out with New Dawn. I never really got into New Dawn. I don't know what it was about New Dawn that like I don't know. Like I played 5, I had fun with 5. I didn't like the ending to Far Cry 5 all that much. I wish for a game like that it would give you more ability to choose the story. Although I realize like with that they couldn't make New Dawn. Like if they gave you a chance to change the story, New Dawn doesn't exist. Which is one of the things that kind of bothers me. Which is one of the things I wish like Outer Worlds and like Fallout games had a little bit more like you really affect the outcome for the most part. But like I don't know, like New Dawn didn't really interest me all that much, and like the 6 I'm probably not going to be that into. Like I said, new Far Cry games aren't bad, but I don't know. New Dawn kind of put a bad taste in my mouth. Although I saw Death Stranding is a pre-purchase on Steam. I don't know. I saw that and I just have no interest in playing Death Stranding. I've watched other people play it and I'm like, yeah, this is okay to watch, but it just, I understand the concept of it. It's interesting, but I don't know. It's not my game. It's not my cup of tea. But I don't know. Like I said, one of the things like I wanted to get back to circle back with Outer Worlds. I wish that if you put the faction's armor on, you could blend in better than having to have the cloaking machine. I wish that if you just put the faction's armor on, you automatically you were automatically able to blend in, because that thing depletes so fast, and then you have to answer questions, and I think you get 3, and there's no real places where you can like hide and recharge for the most part. Like some of the missions I've done, I'm like looking for a place that I can get out of the restricted area to try and get this thing to recharge. It's like, oh, there's nothing here. I've got to start hiding. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. I'm sitting here looking at the Death Stranding videos. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna buy it. Like, cause I definitely want to buy Cyberpunk when it comes out. And I saw that there was a new Watch Dogs. I saw a video of people playing the next Watch Dog that's coming out. And I don't know. I played 1 and it was good for a while, and then it got too much of a grind for me. And then I was running into like mini missions where it was like, you have to find this person who's hacking. Like, you have to go after this person. And like, I would go to find them and they'd be like underground out of the map, you know, like, so I couldn't beat any of the missions because all the people I would go after were just out of the map or like in some underground area that I couldn't get to. And like, if I was the person who was being attacked, like I was found instantly. Like, I couldn't hide at all. So it got to the point where I'm like, ugh, it just became a real struggle for me. I don't know. It's started to get kind of heavy on this one. Just had a lot on my head that I really wanted to just, you know, vent, because I don't know. I don't like to see people get attacked for stuff, you know, for the most part. If you don't agree with them, you don't agree with them. I don't know. I just want Cyberpunk to come out. It's supposed to come out in September. Now I have to wait till November. Just want to be able to play. I just want to be able to be this half human, half mech. That's all. All right. Next week, we'll be back with a little bit more lighthearted. Maybe I'll find someone to talk with me. Have a good one, everybody.